Hello everyone, my name is Callaway. I would like to apologize in advance for my microphone quality, but this is all I've got for my budget right now. But I did want to show you my idea for a brand new Basilisk build, Basilisk trap build, and it has basically 100% efficiency every single time, and you can also AFK. It's best of both worlds, right? And it's taking basically one of the hardest tames in the game and making it practically one of the easiest tames in the game. There's nothing else like it, and I've searched many other ways that weren't working for me, so I had to come up with my own. Please don't steal this trap idea from me. It's pretty much the only contribution I have to the ARK culture. So, yeah. If you ever do show it, because I'm sure somebody will, please at least give me some credit. This is an idea that I came up with, and I would really appreciate it. Okay? Anyway, so yeah, let's get on to the trap and take a look at what it does. Alright everybody, so the first thing you're going to want to get in order to make this Basilisk trap is 2 Paracerethium. Yep. This is a mobile trap, so you can actually move your trap to wherever the basilisks are instead of trying to get your basilisks to get in a clear spot or move the basilisks to, a place you want to tame them. You bring the trap to them. Okay? So this trap has 2 parts. The first part of the trap is going to have a box that traps the basilisk in, and also, most importantly, blocks his field of view, so he can't get distracted by, say, this little guy right here. Oh, there you go. I mean, because who can resist this? So when he sees like a dodo, he'll get out and he'll start attacking it, and you'll lose efficiency, taming efficiency. So we need to stop that. So the first thing you want to build is actually a structure that's not on the platform saddles, but like a little ramp structure, because you're going to need this to position the Paracerethium just right in order to build the trap. Okay? So I'm not going to actually build this since it's pretty simple and straightforward. You can take a look here. We'll count the foundations. It's about 3 by 3. Okay? And it's about 3 ramps high. So, yeah. Go ahead and take notes and build this kind of structure. Alright, simple enough. You can pause and go ahead and soak it in. Okay, now on to business. So here's our very first Paracerethium. Oh, that was bright. Alright, so on the very back tail end, what we're going to want to do is it's going to be 2 foundations wide, because that's pretty much all we can build as far as width. Okay, so we're going to first find the center. Okay, so this is kind of the center. Gotta take note. You also have to make it level or parallel with the very back end of the saddle. Alright, and it's kind of tricky, but we really don't want the foundation hanging too far off the end. Okay, we don't want it too far back, we don't want it too far forward. Okay, so now we have a mental note of where the middle is. We're going to kind of move to the side, and we're going to look at the very back end of the foundation to see where it hangs off. And we kind of want the parasol, when it leans back a little bit, to kind of, you know, place the foundation down. So like there. Okay, perfect. Well, no, hold on. Yeah, that hangs off a little bit. Yeah, way too much. We want it kind of like hanging off the end there. We'll pick it up again. So that was an example of incorrect placement. It was still in the center, but it was too far back, so we're going to try it again. Let's take a look again. A little better, but still too much. And you'll see why this is important in a second. Alright, we'll try to make it parallel. Okay, see that. That looks perfect, actually. I think we'll give it a test. If not, I have more materials, we can make more stuff. Alright, now you place your second, and it looks like it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it'll work for the trap. Alright, so 2 foundations. This next part's a little tricky. We can't place walls downwards. We can only go upwards with just these foundations here. But we want to go down. Okay, so we need to build a box downward. Okay, because it needs to hang off the back. So what we're going to do is build the hatch frame and have it hanging off the edge here on these foundations, so that we can build walls down from the hatch frame, and then when we remove the hatch frame, the walls will stay. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we got to be real quick about it, because we want enough time to be able to pick up the hatch frame without destroying it after we're done. Okay, so here we go. Got to be quick. Place it, jump down, get it at the right time. Yep, number 1 and number 2. I'm going to go back up, and hopefully we can get the hatch frame. Got it. We picked it up. Okay. If that was too fast for you, just go ahead and rewind. But now we have the walls hanging down, and we can now build downward towards the ground. Okay. So the back of this trap is actually 5 walls long. Okay. Perfectly reaches the bottom. It has a little bit of a space, but that's not a big deal. Alright, and now we're going to place the hatch frame where it should be for the build, and that's 2 walls up. Okay. And then we're going to build some more walls. And this is actually where I was going to put the doors, because if you fall down in there with the basilisk, you're not going to be able to get out. And you probably want a door to get out. And that's what we're doing. Hopefully, yep, look, it works. Alright, we're in business. You do want to shut the door. You don't want him to be able to see out. And if it does turn out that if he grabs aggro from anything else out there because there's a door there, we'll just have to remove the door and replace it with like ladders to climb out or something like that. But the goal is to trap him in and block the view. Alright, so this is the reason why we didn't want to go too far back, because we need to build close to the center of the Paracerethium. Because there is a distance limit from the center of the Paracerethium in any build that you build on a Paracerethium. Okay? So, yep, see it says here you can read, can't place metal wall, requires nearby foundation or support. And that's because it's too far away from the foundations. But we can kind of trick it a little bit by making it go up this ramp. It rotates the structure in such a way that it makes it think that it's close enough to these foundations here and the Paracerethium. Trying to do the circle / B glitch, whatever you're playing, but this is actually PC, so it's not working. I see, now you can see we can place them. Hopefully it works for the bottom too. Yep, looks like it works for the bottom too. Now if you didn't put the foundations a little bit inward, you wouldn't be able to place those down. Okay, so now we have our box. That's it for the first half. And we can take a little look at the finished product at level ground here. I'm just going to get it away because we're going to get the other Paracerethium up there, I think. Actually, I don't think we need the ramps for the next part. But it's always good to be safe than sorry. Alright, so see, now we have this box. And once it's placed over the basilisk's tail while it's underground, it will not be able to get aggro, even if you're walking around it right now. Okay? Now there might be a variant that you might want to try if it's not low enough to the ground for you and the basilisk is still catching aggro, which I haven't had that problem, but what you can do is you basically can, well, I'll show you real quick. You could lower the whole structure if you make your foundations lower to the platform saddle. So then you would do that with pillars. I already have foundations, only more foundations. You would do that with pillars and foundations. I think I only need like 4. I'll just show you real quick. Alright, you need to place this somewhere like the center of this. Okay. And then you can see that this foundation wants to place a little bit lower. So, you know, there's a higher and a lower. Okay, and you want to aim for the lower. Oops, didn't work. You know, after some time it will work, but you get the idea. You lower the foundation, the whole structure will lower. It's not working right now because of the angle I'm at. I fell off. Anyway, you get the idea. It works. Trust me. But doing that before you build the structure should lower this little back end just a little bit more. But it's up to you. Alright, so the very second half is we're going to have to build a structure that basically connects to this structure like a puzzle piece. Okay? Alright, so here is our next Paracerethium. This one doesn't have so many rules to building it. We're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to put parallel to the back here. Line it up. Okay. And this doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist, you know. Alright, so we have this, and it is hanging off. How much is it hanging off? Okay, that's not bad. Hanging off, not too much, not too little, but not too worried about it. Here, yep, same thing. Gonna place this down, be really quick about it, put some walls down. Okay. Alright. Back on top. We're gonna pick it up again. Alright, this time we're going to place a wall here going upwards. We need to go up at least one time or we'll be too close to the basilisk when we try to operate our trap. Okay, so we're going to need a ladder there so we can climb up. So we climb up. We're going to need ceiling here. And climb up to finish this. And we're going to go here. Okay. And then, so this is the, if you're looking towards the back, this is the left side. So the center, we're aiming for the center of the box for the ladder. Because that would be perfect for positioning in the center of the box where you're going to drop the eggs for the basilisk. You'll understand when you see it. So you drop that down. And you actually don't want more than maybe 2 ladders going down here, because you're not really going to climb down the ladder, you're just going to hang from the ladder here, okay? And it's very important that you don't walk off the ladder into the box. You just click the climb button and you hang there as you drop eggs. Alright, so we're going to want to be invisible to other creatures around it. So we're going to want to block it in. Basilisk will be able to see upwards, but we don't want things like raptors looking at us and coming and trying to attack. That's happened before with me. So we want to block the field of view for any kind of raptors, or maybe a second basilisk. That would be awful. You might have to use that ramp. The ramp. Let's try. Oh, I fell. Alright, here we go. Now it's a little complicated, but it'll be worth it when it's done, because this trap is mobile. You can just find the basilisks, hunt them down, isolate them, and then basically almost AFK. I think actually you could throw all your eggs down in the box and you could AFK. Isn't it an AFK 100% basilisk tame? Anyway, I can't place it in the back there. I thought I could, but the side's just fine enough. Alright. Anyway. Alright, we're gonna get this guy off the platform, or the ramp, not platform. And we got an earthquake, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're gonna go down 3 walls, alright? And then we're going to place where do we want this? We can either have it here or up one more wall. We just need at least one more wall higher to kind of make sure the basilisk doesn't get out. We're trying to limit our structures, so we're going to only go one wall. And then you're going to have this, this, this. And this back part's not necessary because it'll be up against the back of this wall, so it basically acts, this wall here acts as the back of this box, but you know, it looks nice, so if we can do it, we will do it. If not, not a big deal. That's bright. Okay. Alright. There we go. And we got it. Let's see if we can get this too. Maybe? Maybe? No? No? Not gonna work. Nope. Not gonna work. But that works. Okay? So that's pretty much that. Right? And I'm gonna put these two together so that you can get an idea of what it needs to look like when you're lining up for the basilisk. So you would walk, you would entrap the basilisk in there, and then you would take this one, oof, they're so slow, come on, come on, there we go. Now it's a little crooked, so I want to straighten out just a little bit. Alright, so this is kind of the perfect positioning. Right, you can see the ladder is in the very center of both boxes. Well, not both. The bottom box is the important part. The ladder has to be in the center of the bottom box. But you got the boxing paracer on the left, holding it in, and then you have this other paracer for taming. So then you would just climb this ladder. You would stand here. You would climb down, but not actually climb, and then you'd sit here, and you'd have your inventory open, and you would just drop. Okay, you would just drop inside the box. Now, the basilisk would be able to see upwards, would be able to hold aggro on you, and just you. He wouldn't be able to attack you, he wouldn't be able to blow poison breath on you, and he would just sit there and eat eggs until he was tamed. Okay, real quick, some additions to the build. Not too much, it's just these 4 walls here extending down from the paracer. We're adding those just to give it a little bit of protection from the basilisk and to also keep it from being able to spot the paracer's from the behind. And then we're also going to remove the wall here that's in front of the ladder in this build, so that when we try to drop the rock drake eggs, it's not going to get caught on that wall there. So normally we had two walls there, and we had to remove that wall in order to be able to drop the rock drake eggs. And that's it.